On Your Side Tonight continues now. Good evening, and thanks for staying with us at 7:30. Today, our WBTV News family came together and said goodbye to a beloved member of our team, an adventurer, a family man, a karate black belt, a disciple of Christ, and as most of us knew him best, a pilot. All these words used today to describe Chip Tayag. We came together today at Our Lady of Grace Catholic Church in Lancaster, South Carolina for Chip's funeral mass to say goodbye and honor his extraordinary life.
Chip was always happy and laughing. In fact, if you knew Chip, I suspect that's the one thing that probably stands out most. He had a contagious smile. When Chip smiled, an entire room smiled with him, and he was generous with his smile.
As you may know, 8 days ago, the WBTV News family suffered an immense tragedy. Our Sky 3 helicopter carrying Chip and our meteorologist Jason Myers crashed along I-77 in South Charlotte. Both Jason and Chip were killed. Chip was hailed a hero by CMPD Chief Johnny Jennings for steering the chopper away from traffic to avoid further loss of life. Last Saturday, we celebrated Jason's life and remembered him as an incredible light in our newsroom who loved his family clearly and dearly and held his Christian faith at the center of his life. The message Pastor Spence Shelton of Mercy Church left us with: there is hope even in death, because Jason's story continues.
It's good to grieve, but we grieve with hope because the deep, true reality is that this is not the end. Tuesday was not the end of Jason's life. He lives. He lives. He is alive with God the Father now, and he waits for you.
So far, we have heard from their families, their children, their pastors. And tonight, as we say goodbye, the WBTV News team wants you to know just how much Jason and Chip meant to us. In the wake of their deaths, the WBTV staff has left video testimonials sharing their memories and feelings of our beloved colleagues. Not just the people you see on air, but also our crews behind the scenes. And we begin tonight with our crew's memories of Chip.
Chip was always friendly.
Chip was kind of like WBTV's Walmart greeter.
You would pass him if you parked in a certain place in the parking lot and walked into the building, you would always see Chip.
And no matter what you were walking by him, he would wave, he would smile, and he would ask you how you're doing.
Every day I would walk from my car to the station and I would hear him say, "Caroline, when are we going flying?"
I yell his name, Chippy Chip, and he yells back, "Gordo!"
Anytime I would see him, it was, "Hey, Alex, hey, Alex."
He wanted you to join him on his adventures, and that was what it was for him, a daily adventure, even though it's what he did for a living.
It was fun to learn from him, and it was fun to be around him.
He just loved what he did.
Being in Sky 3 was what Chip truly loved to do.
He did not take for granted anybody that was sitting in the seats next to him.
He was a measure twice, cut once kind of guy.
He was scientific with helicopters.
Tons of experience and a consummate professional.
Being inside of Sky 3, you just saw how much work and effort and how much care that Chip had for the job he did as a pilot for Sky 3.
Being up there in that helicopter with Chip is so much fun.
He knew, without even looking, every bit of technology back there and was so gracious and patient with me.
He's explaining every little thing that we're doing as we're doing it. The pressure, the this, the that, every single knob.
Chip loved his job because he loved adventure, and he got it every day here at WBTV.
Even though he does it every day, he appreciated the job, appreciated the novelty of it.
You could just tell how much he loved his job. He did it every day, but you wouldn't know that because he was still excited about it.
Your job is a lot easier when you're working with people who love their job, and Chip loved his job.
I loved that thrill never got old for him.
If you're having a tough day, but you got sent up in the chopper, your day was going to get better because you're about to go have an adventure with Chip, and Chip loved what he did.
He wanted to bring a smile to your face, and he did every day.
He had a zest for life and a zest for what he did, and truly it's something that we should all remember and try to keep going in our own lives.
I think it's probably normal to feel angry or like you've been robbed when someone special is taken from your life, but if someone inspires you, then death can't take them away.
And the witnesses account that, he circled to make sure he didn't hit anyone else.
He saved lives.
Yep. That was Chip, the hero that he was.
He is a hero.
I don't think you could have had a better person up there.
He was such an important part of this newsroom.
And we miss him so much.
Beautifully said. And tonight our staff also wants you to remember our meteorologist and dear friend Jason Myers, who brought you the forecast every day with incredible accuracy and, yeah, that wonderful smile. So many smiles were seen when our team was asked what they'll remember about Jason, a testament really to his character and the light he was in our newsroom, and how much his presence is missed. Take a listen.
Jason Myers, you can't help but smile when you say his name.
Jason, hopefully there's some relief in sight this week.
Yeah, well, there will be. We'll talk more about that, but you know, we were just...
Jason was the light in our newsroom. No matter what day it was, you would be sitting in the newsroom, and as soon as you heard a, "Hey there," you knew it was Jason. He said it with such an enthusiastic voice, a smile. I mean, you could have your worst day, you know, you could be feeling down, and you hear that from Jason walking in, it just made your day.
Well, it's an exciting day as we start off the...
Jason came up to the desk every single day. He would say, "Hey, Steven, how's it going? How you doing, man?" And that was all he wanted. He wasn't looking for anything. He just wanted to always check in and say hello.
And we've got a winning forecast. I'll talk about how hot and cold it will be for your holiday weekend.
I could be in the Weather Center and hear 2 rooms down him joking around with people, but just so intentionally reaching out, asking everyone how they were doing.
He was just like the most professional guy I ever met.
Exactly. A little chilly out here, but a lot of fun. I mean, everybody out here, of course, has smiles. We've got the festive music going on.
And had this own, like, just bright light and, like,
there we go,
a youthful kind of energy that he always brought to him whenever he was in the room. Whenever he showed up, you know, everybody was always perking up and paying attention, just because that's kind of the magnetism that he had with his personality. He was just such a warm and inviting guy.
He had $1 million smile, and he was somebody that didn't have any walls up. I feel like it didn't matter what time of day it was, no matter how busy how much he had on his plate, he still would be able to talk to you. He was a great friend.
Jason's a ball of energy. He's a ball of joy, and he is so missed here at WBTV. I will miss his smile. I will miss him just popping his head in my office and checking on me. How are the kids? Tell me about your weekend.
He put a smile on my face every single day. It's really hard to meet people who can do that, even when you didn't want to smile. Jason made sure to stop by, say, "Hey, how are you doing?"
Jason was what I call a generational human being. I mean, he was the kind of person that you meet once in a generation. He truly walked in the light of Christ. He would put people ahead of himself. Always. Not some of the time, not most of the time, always. And of course, his family always came first. And then outside of that, he cared about his employer and his responsibilities, which was easy because his employer was, of course, the purveyor of important information to the public. And that's really ultimately what Jason wanted to do. He wanted to serve his fellow man. He wanted to serve his community and make the world a better place.
And he made it a better place. Jason's family was at Chip's funeral today, showing their support to his family. They thank you for the prayers. They say they've helped. And on the way out, Jason's mom, Susan, asked if we could share today's daily Bible verse they had read, as it gave them some comfort this morning. It's from Psalms 91:4, and it reads, "He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart." Jason and Chip, you were loved, you are missed. We'll be right back.